Hi yogis, my name is Lauren and I'm a teacher at Elevate Yoga. I'm here with you today to teach you a foundations flow. So for practice today, we'll need 2 blocks. If you don't have 2 blocks, you can use soft cover books, hard cover books, whatever you have on hand. Otherwise, you can come light onto your fingertips. We will get started to center, connect with our breath in a comfortable seated position. So I invite you to come to that now. Sit bones are heavy, spine nice and tall, shoulders down and back. If it feels comfortable, you can close the eyes or soften them. Transition out of your mind and into your body. Observe the sensations within. Any points of tension or resistance, but also softness and relaxation. Can you naturally breathe into those areas that may need a little bit extra attention today? Place one palm over your heart and the other onto your belly. Observe the pace of your breath. Is it fast or slow? Observe the depth. Is it shallow or deep? And can you start to deepen the inhales and exhales? So lengthen out a little bit more. Taking a deep breath in to fill up. Exhale to release. Inhale, breathe in. Exhale. One more. Start to connect to Ujjayi breath. So that's our ocean sounding breath. So we'll do this by taking a deep breath in through the nose. And as you exhale, close the lips as you constrict the back of the throat. So it creates this wave, oceanic sound as you exhale. We'll do 2 more. Inhale to fill up. Exhale. One more. Beautiful. Now throughout our practice today, you're more than welcome to tune into Ujjayi breath or ocean sounding breath. Or you may wish to intend towards your natural breath, maybe deepening your breath a little bit more. But again, whichever way you choose, come back to your breath to create more space and stability as we move along. Slowly start to make some movements with your fingertips, your toes, and your wrists. Bring palms over top of the knees. Slowly drift your head over towards the right. We'll rock towards the shoulder, nice and gentle. Keep the breath flowing. Come back through center and then over towards the other side. Return to center. Inhale, arms reach up and overhead. Bring palms to touch. Exhale, lower palms to heart. Inhale, arms reach up, stretching out through tips of fingers. Slowly trace right arm down, right side body. Left arm reaches up and overhead, so into a side body stretch as you get long through the fingers. Gaze follows perhaps. Inhale halfway. Exhale, deepen. Stretch, reach. One more, inhale. Exhale. Let's hold here. Keep the gaze towards fingertips. 1. Still breathing. Even out your inhales and exhales. 2, 3, 4, 5. Ground through right palm, trace both arms up. We'll do the other side. Inhale, trace left arm down, left side body. Reach up through right palm. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, deepen. Maybe gaze at fingertips. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, deepen to hold, reach. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ground through left palm, trace both arms up. Bring palms to touch. Exhale, lower palms to heart. We'll move through a few twists just to mobilize our spine and warm everything up. Stabilize the hips. Slowly twist over towards the right, keeping your chin in line with the heart or your sternum area. Slowly come back towards the center as you exhale. Inhale to left. Exhale, return. Moving side to side, so it's really a micro movement. Come back through center. Inhale, arms reach up, bring palms to touch. Exhale, lower palms down. We'll make our way into tabletop position. Shoulders over the wrists, hips over the knees. If you like, you can fold over your mat to support the knees if they're feeling a little bit sensitive today. What's important here in table is to be really active through our hands. So this is what's called a hasta bandha, or a hand lock. So it's the ability to activate through your entire hands to support you and sustain prana energy through the palms. Start to stabilize through the base of your palms, outer edges, knuckle pads, tips of fingers. So you're kind of tenting your fingertips up while pressing the knuckles in. Inhale, drop the belly so as to unravel the spine all the way up. Exhale, round the back so as to unravel the spine top to bottom. We'll move through a couple of rounds with your breath. Inhale, takes you forward. Exhale, arch back. 2 rounds. Inhale. Exhale. Breathe in. And out. Come back through center. We'll slowly shift into a child's pose, shifting the hips back towards the heels. Bring palms out in front. You may wish to lower the forearms down or keep them lifted. The idea here is to surrender onto the mat. 5 full cycles of breath here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Beautiful. Start to unravel up through table. Stabilize here. Shoulders over the wrists, hips over the knees, tuck toes under, lift the knees. Send hips up and back as you exhale. Coming into our first downward facing dog. So you can start to bend the knees a little bit more than you would like to. Maybe pedal out the feet, walk it out. With down dog, we're still engaging hasta bandha, so it's our hand lock. So really rooting again through the palms, knuckle pads, tips of fingers. Send hips up towards the sky, wrap shoulders around the ears, and tend the head towards the knees. Maybe heels lower a bit more, maybe not. Keep the knees bent here if you're feeling a little tight through the backs of the legs. What we're trying to do here in our down dog is to create this V shape. And once you feel balance through your hands and your feet, so not too much weight into the feet or the hands, we'll stay here to breathe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Slowly crawl your way forward, coming light onto the fingertips, and we'll make our way towards the front. Have your blocks close by on their highest level. Shift hips up towards the sky, sit bones reaching back. maybe bend into the knees. Bend the elbows, draw ribs in towards the thighs. Forward fold. Ground through the feet, not too much weight in the heels or tips of toes as you come to lengthen at the spine. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, ground through the feet, rise all the way up to stand, bring palms to touch. Exhale, extend arms alongside the body. As we're moving through a foundations flow, we'll start to activate Pada Bandha or footlock, the ability to sustain prana, energy between the feet and the mat. To start, bring palms to hips, feet are hip width distance apart. Ooh. Ground through your feet. So tips of toes, toe knuckles, outer edges, heels. So it's kind of similar to what we did in our hand lock, Hasta Bandha, but with our feet. Inhale, start to bring the weight into the toes, lift the heels. As you exhale, root down. Inhale, curl toes back towards the face. Exhale, lower feet, spread out the toes. Inhale to lift the heels, exhale, lower. Inhale, curl toes back. Exhale, spread out. Couple rounds here. Come back through center. Sun Salutations A. Sira Namaskar A. We'll meet in mountain pose, arms alongside the body, feet are hip width distance apart, navel draws in towards the spine to start to engage the core. Inhale, arms reach up and overhead. Bring palms to touch, exhale to fold. And you can use the blocks here. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Sit bones up towards the sky. Inhale, step back through plank. Active through your palms, so hips are hot, navel to spine. Lower knees down only. Ground through the palms, start to bend the elbows, lower halfway, keeping core engaged. Rise back up to extend. Inhale here, exhale lower. Inhale, rise, exhale lower. One more. Slowly lower down with control. Maybe it's chin, belly, slide onto one hip, then the other, untuck the toes. Bring palms underneath your shoulders. Ground through the palms, so activate through your Hasta Bandha. Hand lock, inhale, peel chest, heart up. Exhale, release. Two more. One more. Ground through the palms, tuck the toes. Start to make your way up through table. Tuck toes under, shift hips up and back, downward facing dog. We'll hold here, still breathing. So again, we even out the energy in the palms with the feet. Create the V shape. Hold here, still breathing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Walk, step, or hop towards the front, in between the hands. We'll meet in a halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Ground through the feet. Inhale, rise all the way up to stand. Bring palms to touch. Exhale, release arms alongside the body. Let's do one more. Inhale, arms reach up. Bring palms to touch. Exhale to fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, lower palms down, step back through plank. Option to lower the knees down first, or you can lower straight down by waving forward, keeping the core engaged, hugged in as you bend the elbows lower down into a straight line. Untuck the toes. Inhale, peel chest, heart up, cobra, or ground through the palms. Lift the hips, make your way up through upward facing dog. Exhale, tuck toes under, downward facing dog. Hold here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Walk, step, or hop towards the front. We'll meet in a forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise all the way up to stand. Bring palms to touch. Exhale, release arms alongside the body. Surya Namaskara B. Sun Salutations B. Inhale, arms reach up, bring palms to touch. Sit back through your chair. Engage your inner thighs. So knees are not past the toes. So you want to shift back, keeping the spine nice and tall. Chair. Exhale to fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Smile with collarbones. Exhale, lower palms down. Step back through plank. Inhale to wave forward. Again, option to lower down from knees or toes. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a step with the left foot. Right foot steps forward. Right knee is in the direction of the pinky toes. Pivot your left foot so that your left toes are towards the left corner of the mat. Before you rise up, we want to be really stable through the feet. Inhale, navel to spine, arms reach up, bring palms to touch. Warrior 1, Virabhadrasana 1. Full breath here. Hand out. We'll hold for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Release, lower palms down. Step back through plank. Shift forward through your chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, down dog. Take a little step with the right foot. Left foot steps forward. Lower right foot down. Right toes towards right corner of the mat. Navel to spine, reach arms up. Bring palms to touch, gaze follows. Hold here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower palms down. Make your way back through plank. Inhale from knees or toes. Exhale, lower. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, down dog. We'll stay here for 5 cycles of breath. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Walk, step, or hop towards the front. We'll meet in a halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale through chair, sit back. Exhale, straighten arms, legs. Tadasana, mountain pose. Take a moment to reset here. Inhale, arms reach up and overhead, bring palms to touch. Sit back through chair, engage your inner thighs. Exhale to fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, lower palms. Step back through plank. Stabilize through your palms. Inhale, wave forward, lower down. Exhale, release here. Inhale through cobra or up dog. Exhale, down dog. Take a little step with your left foot. Right foot steps forward to warrior 1. Exhale, lower back down, plank. Inhale, wave forward. Exhale to stay. Inhale, ground through palms, cobra or up dog. Exhale, down dog. Take a little step with your right foot. Left foot steps forward. Warrior 1, rise up, bring palms to touch. Exhale, lower palms down. Step back through plank. Inhale, way forward. Exhale, release. Inhale through cobra or up dog. Exhale, down dog. Here for 5 cycles of breath. Sit bones up towards the sky. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Walk, step, or hop towards the front. We'll meet in a halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up through chair. Exhale, lower arms alongside the body. I don't know about you, I'm feeling a little bit of heat, even through all of that. Woo! Come back through center. Ground through both feet, so stabilize here. Take a deep breath in. Deep breath out. Bring weight into the left foot. Lift the right heel. Draw knee in line with the hip. Hold, find a point of focus, so maybe the wall or the floor. We'll hold for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bend left knee, take a big step back. Stabilize here, so maybe bend the knee for support at first. Navel draws in towards the spine. Inhale, arms reach up. Maybe lengthen through the back leg. Hold here in our high lunge. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pivot on the back heel. Now before we open our arms into warrior 2, Virabhadrasana 2, we really want to stabilize through our feet. So like you're pulling your mat apart on either side. Once you feel stable here, then bring the arms into it. Broaden the collarbones, arms nice and long. So the energy is being spread out to opposite sides of the room. Gaze over front middle finger. We'll hold here, still breathing. Even out, inhales and exhales. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring palms to hips, take a big step forward. We'll move to the other side. Bring weight into the right foot. Left heel lifts, draw knee in line with the hip. We'll hold, still breathing. 1. Lengthen through the spine. 2, 3, 4, 5. Bend into right knee, take a big step back. Bend back knee for support. Inhale, arms reach up, maybe lengthen up through the back leg. We'll hold here for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Slowly pivot the back foot down. So same thing, before we worry about the arms, our feet are nice and stable here. So activating our Pada Bandha foot lock. Slowly bring arms out into a T. Broaden through collarbones. Gaze over front middle finger in our warrior 2. Keep the breath even and smooth. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring palms to hip, take a big step forward, shake it out. We'll start to add in a little bit more here. Bring the weight into the left foot, lift right heel, draw knee in line with the hip. Right away, we'll start to bend the left knee, step back through high lunge. Exhale, pivot, warrior 2. Inhale, lower right arm down to the inside of the thigh. While you extend, reach right arm up and overhead. Gaze at the fingertips. Inhale, come back through center. Exhale, over to side. Let's do 2 more. Beautiful. So from here, you can bring the palms to hips, take a big step forward, shake it off. Bring weight into the right foot, left heel lifts, draw knee in line with the hip, bend into right knee, take a big step back, high lunge, inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, pivot, warrior 2. Inhale, lower right arm down to thigh, left arm reaches up and overhead. Reach, reach, reach. Inhale to lift. Exhale, wave forward, back to side angle. Inhale, lift. Exhale. Bring palms to hips. Take a big step forward. Shake it out. We'll do one more layer here. Ground through the left foot as you draw the right heel up. Inhale, lift, right knee in line with the hip. Exhale to bend the left knee, step back. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, pivot, warrior two. Inhale, lower left arm down, reach right arm up and overhead. Come back up through center. Exhale, reverse your warrior. Inhale through center. Exhale, arm sweeps forward. One more. Come back through center. Bring right palm to hip. Left palm reaches out in front. So imagine here, we want to be stable through our feet before we do this. Engage your foot lock, Pada Bandha. But here I want you to imagine as if you're pouring a cup of tea. So we'll start to pour, so really long through our side body, and then you'll start to pour your tea. And as you do, maybe having a block close by to the inside of the leg. So once we bring the palm maybe to the block, maybe towards the shin or the ankle, you can start to straighten out through the front knee. So maybe there's a micro bend through the knee, that's okay. It's a spectrum of a pose after all. From here, you'll bring right palm to the heart, stack the shoulders, reach right arm up and overhead, gaze at the fingers, triangle pose. Hold here for 1, 2, 3, active through the feet, 4, 5, beautiful. Slowly come all the way up, bend into the front knee, bring palms to hips, take a big step forward, shake it out. Other side. Ground through right foot, left heel lifts, draw knee in line with the other, bend into right knee, take a big step back, inhale, high lunge, exhale to pivot, warrior two. Inhale, lower right arm down, left arm reaches up and overhead. Exhale to stay. Inhale, rise up, exhale to reverse. Inhale, come up through center, exhale forward. Let's do that one more time. Come back up through center. So same thing like on the other side. Bring your left palm to your hip this time. Right palm reaches forward. Again, like we're pouring a cup of tea. So our body smears forward, nice and lifted through the side body. And then as you start to come down, bring your palm to your shin, your ankle, maybe a block. Straighten up through the front leg. Bring left palm to heart, stack the shoulders, reach left arm up, gaze at fingertips. Ground, root through your feet. Maybe gaze follows the fingertips. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Slowly come up, bend into the front knee, bring palms to hips, take a big step forward, shake it out. Inhale, arms reach up, bring palms to touch. Exhale to fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, lower palms down, lower right knee down, slide left knee beside the other, shift the hips back towards the heels, bring palms out in front, surrender onto the mat, into your child's pose. You did it. And we'll take 5 to 7 cycles of breath here, allowing the shoulders to fall away from the ears. Slowly crawl the palms over towards the right, getting into a stretch through the left side body. Maybe crawl the fingertips a little bit further. We'll hold and keep the breath nice and smooth. Come back through center. We'll shift to the other side. Stretch through right side body as you shift to left. Come back through center. Slowly start to make your way up through tabletop position. We'll move into a wrist stretch. Crawl fingertips out towards the side. If you can still breathe here, crawl your fingertips back towards the knees. We'll start to make some circles, so moving from side to side. So this is really good for all of the texting, computer we do. And in yoga, we have a lot of wrist extension as well. So in our planks, our chaturangas, our down dogs, etc. So it's really good to do this at least once per practice. Come back through center. Slowly start to shift back onto the heels. Bring knees together. Shoulders down and back, spine tall, hero's pose. Take 3 to 5 cycles of breath here. Bring palms out in front, tuck the toes. We'll come into a toe stretch. So you may wish to stay here if this is a lot of sensation. So again, a good indicator of that is if your breath is a little bit short, you might want to stay here. If you have a little bit more space for today, you can come to lengthen out the spine and come into your toe stretch this way. Let's hold wherever we are for 5. Find a point of focus. 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly make your way forward. We can tap the toes out. It'll feel really nice after all of that. Shift back onto the heels. Bring legs out in front. Maybe give them a little bit of a shake. Palms come by the hips. Fingertips facing forward. Curl toe back towards the face. Draw shoulder blades down and back. So heart is open here. Dandasana, staff pose. We'll hold here for a few cycles of breath. Start to bend your knees, maybe shift the sit bones forward. Keeping palms still behind you, fingertips facing forward. We'll ground through our feet. Lift the hips up, coming into a reverse table. Neck is nice and long. So this is really good for countering out any of the chaturangas that we just did, for example, as it targets the opposing muscles. So we'll hold here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So commonly here, so again, just before we come down, same thing as table, your shoulders are over the wrists, your hips are over the knees. Ground through the palms and the feet, shift hips up. Knees are roughly in line with the ankles, shoulders in line with the wrists. Neck is long. We'll hold here, still breathing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Slowly release. Start to come up or down your mat. Ground through your feet. Arms can come aligned with the ears. Now imagine as if you're squeezing a block in between the thighs. Maintain that engagement as you unravel the spine, vertebra by vertebra. Making your way down, maybe a bit more. Feet are hip-width distance apart. Shift hips to right, pick up your knees. And so we're coming into a spinal twist. So the movement comes from your spine. So what can be helpful here is to keep your hips and your knees stacked as much as possible. There may be a bit of space there, and that's okay. You can place a block in between your thighs for support. So we'll start to pretend as if there's glue. We're intending the thighs together, and then shift the knees Hips over towards the left. As you exhale, lower the knees down and the hips to stack. Shoulders rooting down, arms can come into a cactus or a T shape. Maybe gaze falls in opposite direction of the knees. We'll be here for 3 to 5 cycles of breath. Slowly come back through center. Feet are hip-width distance apart. So we'll realign here. As we start to shift the hips over towards the right. Again, there's tape on the knees to stack the hips and the knees. And then you'll lower over towards the right this time. Twist comes up the spine. Gaze, perhaps opposite side. Hold, still breathing. Come back through center, draw knees in towards the chest. We'll make some circles. Lower feet down. Release the arms alongside the body. Start to lower right foot to right corner of the mat, left foot to left corner, and allow the body to fall heavy here. In final relaxation, Shavasana. Let go of the practice. Any expectations you had of yourself. Just allowing everything to be for a little while. Slowly start to bring some movement into your fingertips, your toes. You may wish to stay You may wish to stay here for a little longer, or you may start to bring some movement to your fingertips, your toes, and your wrists and your ankles. Maybe gently rock head from side to side to reawaken the body. Option to reach arms up and overhead, feet together, great big stretch. Exhale, roll over towards your right side into fetal position, knees and hips are stacked. Full breath in, hand out. Ground through left palm, make your way up to seated towards the front. Sit bones heavy, spine nice and tall, shoulders away from the ears. Inhale, arms reach up and overhead, bring palms to touch. Exhale, lower palms to heart. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, lower. Take a moment. Maybe start to observe a shift in energy. Is there anything you can take away from your practice? And can you sprinkle this into the rest of your day in some way? So maybe a little challenge for you. Option to bring palms to space between eyebrows. It was an absolute honor and a privilege to guide you through. Thank you so much for being here and sharing your energy and practice with me. To light in each of you, namaste. So thank you everyone for joining from a distance and taking this time out of your day. If you'd like to comment about your experience or have any feedback, feel free to leave a comment in the video, and I hope to see you soon.